It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up. Welcome. You're listening to Bucked Up with Sam Buck.
Fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
Thank you so much, Bruiser Wolf, for coming on my podcast, because I really am a big fan.
Hey, no doubt, man. I appreciate you having me, reaching out, man. Real genuine guy, man. I appreciate that.
No, I want to shout out. I know I did before with the technical difficulties, but shout out John Sheffrey for showing me your album, a fellow comic. And he, I was saying the second I heard it, it was unlike anything I ever heard before. I had to, talk to you, and I listened to it crazy amount of times back to back.
Salute John, man. I gotta tap in with John, man. I appreciate him, man.
So we were talking about before that you do have a full business and you're doing the music, and you didn't think the music would take off like this.
Yeah, well, I prayed for it to happen, and it did. Excuse me. And I prayed for it to happen, but it did, and it is. I still maintain my business, but right now the music is definitely taking over majority of my time, and I'm getting paid way more to do music than landscaping, than less work, But I still, I still control the business and let some of my family members run it right now while I'm busy. But I don't know if I'll be able to go back no time soon,
No, I mean, you're getting shout outs for some of the biggest publications and so many cosigns from such huge rappers. It's crazy. It must be weird for you, it happening all over the quarantine.
All right. And the funny part about it, I've been doing music the whole quarantine, the whole pandemic. And it's just, man, it came at this time right now. Like when I started blowing up, or when I started getting my little buzz, I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to do anything because of a pandemic. I'm just doing this shit, But it actually worked out to my favor. I was able to work, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a new star out of the pandemic, you know what I'm saying?
There's not many.
Listen, man.
Not many people were able to do what you did over the pandemic. So Dog Food came out before?
Yeah, but Dog Food came out last summer in September. And I was already working with Danny, and we was already kind of like making decisions of what we're gonna do with this album. And I just started recording with Danny and Raphy. And it's been blessed since then, man. Shout out to Danny Brown, man. It's my guy, man.
How'd he get linked up with you?
I was cool. I met Fat Ray at a showcase.
Shout out Fat Ray, another great artist.
And we wanted to do a song together. We wound up doing the song Old Faithful. And they loved Old Faithful. Danny loved it. Like, who the fuck is Wolf, man? Who the hell? Get him in here. So Thanksgiving show was coming up. Bruiser Thanksgiving was coming up, and Ray said, you need to come out and do that song, bro. And he brought me out in front of so many people, at least 8,000 people, maybe 5. I'm not sure, but ever since then, they fell in love with me. You know what I mean? And I went locked in with Danny. Met Danny at the Thanksgiving. Like, man, what you want to do, man? Whatever you want to do, let's just do it. Let me produce your shit. I said, okay, no problem, bro. You know what I mean? And that's my man. I got a great relationship with him. Raphy is one of my closest friends. You know what I mean? So I was blessed to do. That's another thing about doing the music over the pandemic. Danny wasn't working. He wasn't traveling. So he was home for the first time in years. And like I said, all this stuff is universe. Like, this is a blessing, man. And he was there every step of the way of my album. You know what I'm saying? He had to leave and go to Texas, And he still made sure he checked in every day on the album with Raphy. He selected it. So that was the blessing part about that pandemic, too. I was able to have Danny Brown right there to teach me so much. There's so much jewels he dropped. You know what I'm saying, that he taught me, and that's what really blessed me too through that pandemic, man, for real. Danny being able to be there, you know.
So when you performed at Bruiser Thanksgiving in front of the 5,000, was that the biggest show you had ever done?
Yes. They had the best food in the back, you know, they drinks, everything you wanted. You know, it was like the first big professional show that I did. Like, you know, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, shit. Like, I used to play football. You know what I mean? That was some of the biggest crowds I played in front. I'm like, shit. I feel like I was in a real game. They was cheering for me, everything. They listened, man. I love my new fans, man. I love they all over. They all overseas. They call me. They hit me up every day on my DM, reciting my lines, man. It's so overwhelming right now, man. Like, for real. Like, I love what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Before, rap was like a struggle to make sure you get your name to somebody, and that's why I'm blessed to have Danny and the Bruiser Brigade, man. For real.
How were you feeling to get up in front of that audience were you ready? Were you like, it's my time? Or were you like, oh shit, this is something different?
This how I thought the show wasn't shit, you know, because the showcases, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So all the showcases that I was doing, I met Fat Ray at, you know, he was like 100, 150 people. And he's like, Wolf, you gonna do the show with me in a few days, Thanksgiving? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, the day of it, he calling me. I'm out running around trying to make money. He's like, hey, you ain't gonna make it to sound check? I'm thinking I just gotta show up for a show. I'm gonna be there. I missed sound check, bro. So when I got there, I just walked on stage and it was time for me to perform. And I killed it. You know, but
sometimes not even knowing is better. You're just like, you're just thrown into the situation.
I knew who, like, that's one of my gifts, I think. You know, like, some people be starstruck, you know what I'm saying, when they meet people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I seen, that night I met Dar Parker. I met Paul Rosenberg and didn't know. That was crazy. I just straight genuine with Paul. Like, hey, man, you know, he's like, great show, man. You killed it, you know. Then Danny, I knew Danny from Reservoir Dogs. I never knew him from overseas, the star Danny. I didn't know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I met him, I knew he was somebody, you know, big, somebody special, but he was so real, bro. He was so genuine as a person. Shit. I was kicking him with him like I knew him for a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of my strengths too, bro. Seeing people and meeting people not knowing who they is or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I just study you and look at all the shit you've been doing for, you know, for your podcast. I'm like, oh shit, he doing this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I be having to research, bro, because I'm so fucking new to this shit, man.
No, I appreciate you saying that, because I did all of this over quarantine because I'm a stand-up comedian and it all stopped. I couldn't perform. So I was like, shit, I got to do something. But back to, like, you were saying that's one of your strengths, and you had you have a family, you have a business, like, you have other shit to worry about. You probably didn't have, you didn't have time to like focus on the game. You know what I mean? Or
not at all. Not
the
even
politics of all that shit.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue, bro. I didn't know what the hell. Like, Danny and Raphy really guided me through. You know, I don't know shit. I don't know what's going on. Like, Spin Magazine hit me up. I'm like, when Max hit me up, I'm thinking, like, this the first guy hit me up. Like, I'm genuine to people that reach out to me. I'm not a rude person. So I'm like an underdog. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate everything, you know? I have to be careful of that too. But when Max hit me up, I'm thinking just some reporter hit me up, you know, not knowing what the hell. Like, I'm like, okay, since you're the first one to hit me up, I'm gonna give you this whole interview. I'm gonna give you my heart on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just so everybody. And found out it was Spin Magazine, not knowing how big Spin was. Shout out to Spin Magazine, Pitchfork. You know, everybody did their write-ups. Man, so much love, bro. But I didn't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know.
Well, you have such everything about, like, your, even down to your music, it shows that you're just doing your own thing. Like, you're not conforming to anything. And it's funny, like, that you're part of Bruiser Brigade, because that's what Danny had always been about. Like, I used to play the drums. I'm not musical at all, but I learned the drums to like XXX, Danny's like first album. Like, that's what I played to. And he has the track Bruiser Brigade on that shit. So I always knew that shit was around, but you guys are so authentic and not like anything else.
Yeah, that's what his eyes for. You know, he don't want nothing that sounding normal. Nobody want him.
So how'd you link up with Fat Ray if he was the one who brought you to the show?
Actually, I met him at a showcase and he seen me perform. And Ray was rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? He like, dog, you out cold, man. I'm like, you out cold. I was like, we got to work. And he like, yeah, man, let's work. Let's go. Shit, he called me to the studio. We've been rocking ever since, man.
You guys work so well together. It's crazy.
That's my guy, man.
So how long into when did you sign to? Because you were Big Wolf before Bruiser Wolf, right?
Yes.
When did you sign to Bruiser Brigade and change your name up?
Shit, I changed my name up. Actually, it was on the fly. Everything started this winter. You know what I'm saying? And being Big Wolf, if you ever just Google or look up Big Wolf on YouTube, it's the billion people that rap named Big Wolf. And then you get the whole bunch of animals and shit. You know, nobody. It's like even when I was uploading my stuff on on the platforms, back before I met with Danny and him, and I was doing it all myself, it would be so confusing uploading it, upload to somebody else named Big Wolf. I'm like, how the hell? And it just, you know, I'm like, then I lost my weight. You know, I was big as hell, like 310 pounds coming from football.
Oh, shit, really?
And yeah, so I'm still a fairly big guy and all that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? It's a new beginning for me. You know, I'm with the Bruiser Brigade. And remember, like, I'm not knowing shit about the Bruiser Brigade. I had to do my research then, right?
Yeah.
You go back and I see how big it is. I see the team is huge and the world, you know, love us. So I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking about every time I type Big Wolf in, all these other Big Wolves pop in. I'm like, all right, I'm going to be Bruiser Wolf. So every time you type in Bruiser Brigade, Big Wolf goes, you know, I'm going to pop up. So,
yeah.
And it was really smooth. It was really slick. This is my new family, and that's what I'm all about. I'm Bruiser, so I'm Bruiser
Wolf is such an amazing name. I love it. And it fits,
like Bruiser, like Bruiser Brody too. I kind of got that from Bruiser Brody too. Like, watch it. I Googled Bruiser Brody and watch how crazy he was, how he come to his performance and he wrecking shot, fucking everything up. You know what I'm saying?
So how long after the show did you end up signed? Like, did Danny ask you to be part of Bruiser Brigade?
Well, you know, this like what we got is like, man, a cut on your hand and a cut on my hand, and we shake hands with the blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
he's such a real guy, man. I love Danny Brown, man. He's one of the realest cats I ever met. And he don't want to lock us in the contracts. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to find something big. You know what I mean? And we so loyal to him. We were like, I say in one of my rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Swim and drown, brown coaching, I'm AI. But, you know, everything, I'm with everything he's trying to do because he's so experienced and and he's so genius. He was taking a layoff from this pandemic shit and he put all his time into us. You know what I'm saying? I have to pay for no studio time, pay for no videos, you know. I gotta be loyal to him, and that's where my loyal resides is with Danny Brown, whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? All of this is off our heart and dream. All of us is real. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. We want money and all of that, but we want a family and we want to make timeless music together and do big shit. It's bigger than money. You know what I mean? Like when you put money or contracts or whatever in the way of shit, it takes away from the passion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm understanding that, you know, no matter how long the weight is or the mission is, I'm with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave his all to us, you know what I'm saying? And Brown type of guy gave his clothes off his back, feed you whatever you need, man. And
well, that's great.
Us all to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's great that
like
you can
feel that. We signed by heart, you know, and whatever I do is going Bruiser Brigade is going to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you realizing that it going in succession with your success and everything, it shows. You know, it shows that it's all genuine. It's all.
That's where the music come from. I can't make all of this shit up, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the house kicking it, man. All of this shit is real. Like everything that I'm doing, you know what I mean? like I cut back on making extra money to focus on music. The music mean the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. Like I'm treating it like it's football. You know what I mean? Like I got to study film. I'm watching the performance from last night. I'm studying all my eras and what can make things better. You know what I mean? Football team, you got to be a team player. You got a lot of people around you. Everybody ain't happy all the time. Everybody ain't in the best mood. So, you know what I mean? It's a brotherhood. And we all got to work together, man. You know, it's really special though, bro. It really is.
Who do you play football for?
I played at Henry Ford High. And then I went to Clark Atlanta University. Then I played arena football for a couple teams, CFL, you know. But I really made my living with football in the arena. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee Valley Raptors, Grand Rapids, who else? Fucking team I won a championship. How could I forget the team I won a championship with? There's two of them. One went with the Pirates and Saginaw Sting. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
But just moving around, working and trying to make it to the league and shit.
What position were you?
Nose guard, center, D tackle, you know.
So you said you were ready. Yeah, you said you lost a lot of you were already in front of like crowds and having and not some sort of but like some sort of spotlight before music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It kind of just like music. Like I'm the center, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got this shotguns. I can't hear the snap count in front of people. Like the crowd going crazy. I gotta make the snap as a big ass guy in front of me. So composure and shit like that, it don't affect me, but it's all about being prepared too. So preparation is everything with this, you know.
When you were playing football, did you ever think like music would be part of your future? Did you want to play music, like make music? What, like?
Honestly, it's just like the way football felt. Like I feel like I had to really work to get my football and shit, my craft together. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as in rap, but like rap to me is a bigger field than football. You know, it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? So even when I was playing football players, we'd be on the road on the bus, they'd be like, Wolf, rap, let's rap, bro. Come on, Wolf can rap, bro. And people be like, damn, he can really rap. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make people laugh or just saying bars that would be different than from anybody, you know. But I always love rapping, bro. It was always like first love, you know what I mean? Like just I felt it. I didn't know I would be doing music over football because I wanted to do football. I put my heart into it, you know. Could have went harder though. Could have put more work in, but music was fun. It was kind of more fun than doing football, you know, like damn, I made that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really made that song. So I couldn't believe it, bro. It was just like, yeah, I didn't know that music would take off, but I felt it. I felt that I was pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you always have your style?
It's like crazy, you know?
Yeah. Did you always have your style? Like, were you always your I don't want to say unorthodox. How do you describe, because so many people like say, oh, he reminds me, like, how do you describe your style?
I think my style, like, and it's crazy how I came up with, like, before, like, maybe 8 years ago, maybe, I would try to rap in a deep voice, but because it was a slow flow, I used to because I was fairly new to it, I'm trying to, you know, get my little sauce. So I was rapping with the slow flow. Still had the bars. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Still had the plug this charger from. Still had the bars, but it was like hold on just a second. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
But I've been had, you know, the bars or whatever. It just, you know, I would rap in the slow-mo flow. That's 50 Cent. Everybody had the slow flow. And I wanted to be with the bars or whatever. But when I first started to do, I did one song, like, you know, I said, I'm going to take it serious. I was talking to my brother. And he's like, Wolf, you need to make it run, bro. These rappers can't rap. I'm like, yeah. Taking care of my little brothers and my mom. I ain't got time to be doing music. So we went to a showcase. I won a showcase off a regular song. So I got sick the following week with my voice and shit. And I had to go to the studio to record in this block. So I had to do it. So when I went and did it, my voice was kind of like scratchy. But everybody loved this shit. And it was so funny that the name of the song was God Bless How I Chew This. It was basically saying I'm allergic to whack music. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was really sick. And just stuck with me. I'm like, damn, that dude. Then I started trying to master that pitch after it was getting a little bit better, and it just stuck with me. So it's a different breathing. It ain't the slow flow. It's a different feel. You know what I mean? So that's where you get the unorthodox from, where I'm writing rhymes all day, trying to put them together once I get to the studio to hear a beat. I don't want just regular rhymes and transitional sentences. I want bars after bars after bars, and maybe hit it with a stanza or something. So it sounds like I'm forcing shit in, but I'm just trying to get words off into a certain rhythm pattern. And after I learned it, and the way I really perfected it is going to the Friday night cypher with DJ BJ. When you get to the cypher, you wait every Friday, you get to the cypher, you never know what the hell beat you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
when you get the damn beat, you got your rhymes in your head, but you don't know how the hell you about to deliver it. And I got so much shit to remember. So when I got there, it was just like, it sounded like they say, like, shout out to Anthony Fantano. He said that I got a hell of a voice, and it's like I'm comedic with it. It's like when I drop a punch, like I'm waiting to hear a response or something. That shit comes from the Friday Night Cypher, being in a studio setting with 30 rappers, and they responding to everything you say, like, whoa, like I'm saying some shit. So I'm rapping trying to remember what the beat and the rhythm is, and at the same time, giving it enough time to breathe to catch my rhythm to let people respond. So it sounds like comedy for real. And I get it.
Does.
I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny, Sam. I am not trying to be funny. It's real shit that I don't want to say a basic bar. This 2021, the greatest MCs and use a lot of the lines. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that they couldn't be used, but I have to be different. You know what I'm saying? Something that makes you sad, when you're saying it, it can make you smile too. So it's like a metaphor too. I can express myself. I can't just sit here and talk to you and be depressed. Sit here and talk to you and be sad. When we kicking it, we gotta have a happy moment. We gotta be laughing. It's just, you know what I mean? Nobody want to talk to me like that. So it's like I'm kicking game too. You know what I mean? And that's how it happened. Me putting metaphors in my phone and trying to pit them with the greatest hook and find the hook and the thesis of that. And just put everything. It sound like I am cramming it, or it'd be like it sound like sugar free. Like really, it's just the breathing and the shit I'm trying to say. I would go listen to Sugar Free. I don't want to sound shit like Sugar Free. Sugar Free is fucking going, dog. I am not sounding like all the way through. And then they say you sound like 40. I'm like, okay, why do they say I sound like 40? I'm like, all of it's a compliment too, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all a compliment.
Because I first I was like, oh, I hear a little bit of mystical, but like that's not, you know.
Damn, I didn't heard that so many times, bro. Like that's crazy. What the fuck?
But you have better, but you're talking about comedy. Like I'm a stand-up comedian. Like that's when I heard it, I was like, I know you weren't trying to be funny, because that's what the best comedy is you're not trying. It just naturally. And dude, I was running today. I like to run, and I was listening to your album on the run. And every time I listen to it, I hear a different bar that I've never heard. And you repeated one. You said you be around like Brown, and you repeated it. And I was like, This is like a stand-up. Like just you repeating it. I was like, and you said a lot of bars have been used. I've never heard any of your bars. Like I've never, everyone's original.
Right. And it's just like I don't know, I'm goofy. I don't know if it's because I am probably funny. Like I heard it a lot that I'm funny, but when I said that line, I wrote that way before I met Danny. You know what I'm saying? Going to a cipher and shit. I'm like, oh, I like that line. I'm gonna say that again. I'm with Brown right now. I'm with Brown. And I be Brown, like Brown. I'm like, damn, be Brown. Like it's just silly shit like that. I'm like, they ain't gonna try that. People gonna be scared to try shit like that. You can't be scared to try shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I really felt like, damn, okay, I'm funny. I didn't find out I was funny until the album dropped, really. And all the comments and shit, but I started really stepping outside of my shoes and looking at myself with chest moves and shit. I'm like, damn, this is funny. You know what I'm saying? So I can't perform chess moves regular. I have to perform chess moves like a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's also serious, like the whole album is produced by Raphy, except for the last track, which is produced by Knowledge, which is an amazing. But that's like that's a pretty serious track. Like there's nothing like jokey about that.
I couldn't.
Yeah, of course you couldn't. But it was also the only track produced by Knowledge, which shout out an amazing producer. But you aren't all jokes. It's serious.
Knowledge play my music all the time on Twitch, man. Now I never met Knowledge. But Knowledge sent me 2 songs, man. And that song he sent me right there, Mama's a Dope Fan, it's really gonna change my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like musically. And that's my guy forever. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to do more work with him too, man. Shout out to Knowledge, man, for real.
Well, how did you and Raphy, you said he was one of your best friends. Like, how'd you guys start working? Because you guys match sonically so fucking well.
You know what I think it is? Well, I'll just tell you how I met. When Ray brought me in to do Old Faithful, you know, Raphy is a tough ass too. Raphy is like the guy that won't he the guy you got to see to make the Bruiser. You can't just think you're going to come in here and be the Bruiser, part of Bruiser Brigade. He not going to let that happen. You got to put that work in. But when I met him, you know, I was trying to pay him for the studio. So he's like, no, I'm straight, bro. You know, I'm good. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. And then when I left, he said, I told Fat Ray, whoever this guy is right here, we need to do a fucking album with him. Like you need to do an EP. So that's how I locked in with Raphy, man. But just on another note, man, that's one of my closest friends. He's the only one really care, you know what I mean? Just as much as me about the music. He cared about my family, you know what I'm saying? How I'm doing, my well-being. That's my man's, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna let me settle for bullshit. He's not gonna let me do bullshit.
Yeah. So
the relationship me and him created, it come with me giving all my faith into the music and letting them direct it, you know what I'm saying? And by me being not knowing how things gonna go, he always walked me through it. He's such a good friend, bro. Like, that's my man. A lot of the shit wouldn't have been done without Raphy. So reliable. He just, man, that's my man's, man. You know what I'm saying? And he'd die for this Bruiser Brigade stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? He one of them friends that you know gonna be there when you need him. You know what I mean? That's what makes it bigger. It ain't just about music either. You know what I'm saying? I love Raphy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that it shows. I think that's probably why you guys work well, because it's more than the music. Like, you guys have.
And you know what else it is too? You know what else it is? Like, Raphy, I don't know if he's gonna seriously gonna laugh, but Raphy goes around with a chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good chip. You know what I mean? Like, when he started off, nobody fucked with him. Nobody cared. Nobody, you know, people thought his shit. I thought his beats weren't all that at first, coming from the other side of hip hop. You know what I mean? Trap beats and all that dumbass shit. When I got with him, it was, you know, I didn't feel it. Ray wasn't feeling the beats like that, you know, so it was like a mission we did. He fairly new to this, you know what I'm saying? It's his first few projects. And Raphy will not forget where he came from, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna forget what people did or, you know, how they treated him. And that's how I am. So when we was working on the project, it was like we had all wishful thinking and faith. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. So, you know, we had something to prove. You know what I mean? And I think by us coming up together, which he already been in it, I've been in it too, but this Bruiser Brigade thing, you know what I mean? And us getting our first shine off of it, we had to do it together. You know what I'm saying? And I was blessed to have him, man. He fucking best producer. You know what I'm saying, to me.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, it sounds like are like the yin and yang of that, because you come in, you are pretty positive with it. Like, you've said you've been in the game a long time. You must have some, like, not resentment, but you're like, I've had shit to prove, and you come in, you're very positive with it.
I am. I'm positive. It's like you gotta turn the other cheek sometime, and it's just personalities, man, and people competitive and just want to make it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't deal with competitiveness stuff around people that I'm teaming up with because it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for my Bruiser Brigade family. They just want us all to win. You know what I mean? But I've been in the past and in the Detroit circuit trying to make it, and all my fans was the rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the rappers, you know, they competitive. You know what I mean? You know, some of them is they want you to win. You know what I mean? But some of them be envy that you winning. You got the people that's big that know you're pretty good, but don't want to do shit with you because you're gonna murder them on their shit or whatever. It's a lot of childish, weird shit. You know what I mean? Like last night, the son, that's Proof's son. You know what I'm saying? He came to the show, and I think I'm saying his name right, but he came to the show. And then he came to the Bruiser house afterwards. We had a little after party. And he came, had a few cats with him, and he walked up to me. I didn't know who he was. Here you go again, me not knowing who the fuck people is. And he said, man, that shit you're doing is different, man. I never heard shit like that before, man. You know what I'm saying? I hear that a lot. And like, that was dope, man. He was asking me a few questions. He was just so real. You know what I'm saying? He just had an issue with Def Jam. He was with Def Jam. And he came to see me and said, what's up? You know? And I didn't know. Then Raphy, like, you know who that is, right? I'm like, who? He's like, that's Proof's son. I said, shit, let me get up. So I had to go get up, give him a hug, and let him know, you know, who you is. And I respect it. I just can't give you no regular shake, bro, and let you compliment me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just letting him know that was real humble because, you know, the shit I was just telling you about, people being competitive, people don't want to see you be envied, and he was telling me, yeah, man, I was like, you humble for that, bro. And I respect that. I'm always going to fuck with you because of that. And he was like, yeah, man, it'd be a lot of weird shit going on. And, you know, he knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I respect cats like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want to be fucking cool with everybody because of music. You know what I'm saying? I want to be cool with somebody in there that just love music, you know, or just cool. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that. Like, just like how we linked up. You reached out to me, said what you had to say. I looked you out to you. It was real, bro. So I had to tap in with you.
I appreciate that. And well, the Detroit scene, it does seem like there's so many different styles. Like a lot of cities have like one or two sounds throughout it, but Detroit, there isn't, you know, you got Boldy James, you got Dane Brown, you got like Icewear Vezo, you got Sada Baby, you got Roy. There's so many different sounds and they're nothing like the one before it.
True that. And you know what? I'm so like, I know all those cats too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vezo, shout out to Sada Baby. You know, it's a whole bunch of different sounds, man. And, actually, bro, you know what's so funny? Everybody running away, going to LA and going to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go to Atlanta, go to LA, we're gonna get this music moving, woo, woo, woo. And the shit right here, Detroit is the hottest spot. You know what I'm saying? And everything is like a circle, man, like Motown. You think motherfucking Motown, and it was going right there on West Grand Boulevard at Hitsville, right up the damn street. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay here, and I think that's what it is now. I think the Motown, this is the new Motown, but with the same morals, and we touching the world from all types of music. You know what I'm saying? Different sounds. You know what I mean? Which I believe our sound is different. Like our hip hop is different. That's like the street hip hop. You know what I mean? But we all work together. We all everybody. Detroit is at a bigger spot right now than it was, because back in the day, they shit I'm telling you, with competitiveness, envious, they couldn't get along like that, you know. And to me, that ain't like, that's why I rap different. That's why I want to be different. You know what I mean, I feel like it's funny that I look at it like this, bro. If we all rapping the same in the same city, so we selling the same product to each other to see which one's best. You know what I mean? Like if you selling weed, you got the same weed in the fucking same hood. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we're both the same. You know, we got the same product. I didn't want to be that way. You know what I mean? And it's just so funny, like when you're in the streets, you could be in the hood selling weed or selling something, but then you be like, oh shit, it's too hot, it's too much going on. You take your ass out to the burbs where people really appreciate you. And that's what this shit is right now. I got overseas people, you know, Caucasian people love me, and I love the way they recept the music. You know, it's all new to me. They sing the songs when they wave the hands side to side and shit. You know, I'm used to going to showcases and everybody just listening.
Yeah.
You know, just not saying shit. But at the end of the show, all the rappers, man, you so dope, man, you so cold. you sold this, that, other, and the other. I'm like, well, why the hell y'all wasn't cheering them or locked in when I was rapping? You know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing but shout out to Detroit, man. I'm really blessed. Even I'm like, shit. If we on the map right now, I know I'm one of them guys. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know
I mean, I've loved Detroit, and also Flint is on the come up right now too. A lot of Flint rappers, but Detroit, I've been a fan
all
of.
the Flint boys doing their thing, man.
They really are.
Free Rio.
Free Rio. I can't believe. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. That shit was.
He gonna come out more stronger. He gonna probably have a gazillion rhymes. All the work he did already is lasting now. Shout out to that label and everything, man. The boys, they did something good, bro. That was big because it ain't about just Detroit. It's about Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All over, man. There's probably some people everywhere that can go like that. They just need to be heard, you know?
Look at BFB to Pac-Man. There's just so many rappers.
You know what? I get a lot of shit with him. Like when people hit me up, they're like, you should do a song with Pac-Man. You should do a song with him. Woo, woo, woo. Pac-Man, do a song with him. And I'm tapping into him. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's hilarious, you know? But really, he just saying shit he want to say. He ain't trying to be like everybody, you know? He want to entertain. That's what this shit about, man. Entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ain't trying to sound like everybody.
Well, you said you were trying to do like the trappier, even dog food's a little bit of a trappier beat, but then you said
that's why I was brainwashed, man. Like, I got all these lyrics that I'm in that not to say that lane is basic, because it ain't basic. You know what I'm saying? You got to really have bars too. But it's a different lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want to appreciate all the shit I'm saying. Like Dog Food's a trap song. That's where we from. We from Detroit. It's about that. You know what I'm saying? Detroit ain't shit but a trap. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's not trapping, they trying to make it the right way and make the right moves, but everybody trying to come up. So that type of music, that's what Detroit is. So sometimes, like, I'm accepted by Detroit in so many ways, but I'm more accepted in the hip hop lane. You know what I'm saying? So they still love me and all that, but I'm just saying it's a difference, man. You know what I'm saying? It really is a difference.
So were you listening to like more trappier stuff, or were you listening to the more like unique beats, like, you know, the more like, you know, you got a shout out from Elucidative, Armand Hammer, like that type of shit?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was brainwashed. This what we doing, street music. We doing this. What? And then got with Danny and Danny listened to everything. You ain't never heard this? Listen to this. Raphy showing me everybody in my lane. Like, you know, Raphy sent me a list maybe like 5 months ago, because I didn't know shit about, nothing. So I was hip to Griselda, so that's my shit. You know what I mean? I love that's like hip hop trap music. You feel me?
I have my Griselda shirt on right now. I love shout out. I was just in Buffalo at the Buffalo talking to Camo Monk. Shout out Camo Monk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, Griselda, I got the bars with the hip hop lane. Shout out to Conway, shout out to Benny and Westside. Westside is a G though. He got the business, the floss guy for sure. But what they did, man, is what we all like. It's combined. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a Detroit rap with hip hop, the gangster rap, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they got people listening. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Griselda, but he sent me Griselda. He sent me Arm & Hammer, Running in Jewels, Makami. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm really seeing it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really learning it. Like I'm tapped in, bro. Like, okay, it's a different style. Like I had to adjust, you know what I'm saying, to those beats, those loops, samples and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dog, it's a unique thing. And I'm so happy I'm adapted to this shit. And I could still be street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, what were you listening to before that? Like, who are your artists that you were listening to?
Like, just offhand listening to, of course, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is crazy, bro.
Lil Wayne and Westside are my two favorite rappers.
Well, fucking Wayne is a Martian for real, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I just heard that shit with Dre. I forgot the name. I'm like, this guy here is ridiculous. But Lil Wayne, of course, Detroit music. I always keep Jay in. Nas is one of my favorite rappers. Believe it or not, Snoop Dogg, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? If I could just affect the world like Snoop Dogg, I'd be all right. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the
everybody-
second he hears your music, it's gonna be on. I feel like he'll
I can't
love
wait.
your
I want
shit.
him to do the remix to Dog Food. I want him on Dog.
You and
Fuck it.
Snoop.
Him and 40. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
That would be amazing. That could happen. You're not
Yeah.
far off from that shit.
Yeah, like seriously, I think me and Snoop would make some fun music, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be writing shit now. Like sometimes I write songs if I'm with somebody, like I write this if I was with Snoop, or I write this if I was you know what I mean?
Who do you want to work with?
Who I really want to work with right now?
Yeah.
Snoop for sure, but shit. You know, of course, Griselda. Man, I ain't turning my collar down. Anybody in my lane, like, you know what I mean? But who I really would want to work with, shit, Drake. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's me, Drake, Jay-Z, shit. You know?
I feel like you and Wayne. I feel like your bars would stand out with Wayne. You guys would.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Far
I have my pen leaking, dog. I'd be like, oh, this is Wayne. You getting every metaphor, every simile, any fucking thing. I'm coming with it because I know he coming to murder that motherfucker.
Do you write your shit down? Do you like when it comes to you, you type it in your phone? Do you like force yourself to sit down and write? What's your?
It's kind of like I just jot down metaphors in my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I come up with a hook, if the hook, I see what the thesis of the hook is, and I'll go back to the metaphors, listen to the, make sure I match up my metaphors with what my hook is about, and then I just make hell of a transitional sentences to go to the next bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how I really write, bro.
Do you write them all? So you write them all together? Do you ever just go in the booth and freestyle?
No, basically what I do is I type on because my metaphors come for just life every day. I might see some. I'm looking at the door handle right now. I could think of some of a door handle. You know what I'm saying? Hit the metaphor on my damn phone. So I never know if it's a metaphor. You know what it means more than 2 or 3 things. So when I'm coming up with a hook, like damn, I can make a metaphor hook too. And I just really when I get to the studio, if I've been looking at my metaphors and rapping over something, I'll be ready to go. It sounds like a freestyle, but it's really already my bars together. But really, like, I get the metaphors and write them all down together to complete the song. You know what I'm saying? After I didn't get them all, then basically write it from there.
Do you have any bars that do you have any of your favorite bars?
Yep. From the album, she busted open like a pinata. She had twins, but each baby had a different father. Bottles of champagne, a few shots, a few beers. I treat my dogs better than white people do theirs. You know, I love that line.
I love that line too.
One of my favorite ones is I'm on tour. They asked me if I'm single. I'm flirting with the whore wearing Dior. That's a Christian lingo. Like, I love that line. Like, I'm like,
that one's hard. I got 55 in Roman numerals. That's a hard one. Yours are so memorable. I could just like name. I bought her her kids chicken fingers and a fidget spinner.
I forgot about that one. That's one of my favorites. That's one of the first ones.
That show is hilarious.
I like, dog. I'm like, and I was thinking, like, damn, this shit is funny. Like, wow, this shit is really funny, bro. Like,
but when you were writing it, you didn't make it funny. You were just like, this is a.
No, like when I wrote it, I'm like, I'm gonna say some shit unbelievable. Like, damn. Like, my whole thing is to make you think. You know what I'm saying? Be like, woo, light bulb, woo, shit. Like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So some of them I make, not knowing they funny, I'm just like, this shit too hard not to use, so I'm using it. You know what I mean? But I kind of knew that she busted open like a pinata was kind of funny. I didn't know that treat my dogs better than white people do theirs. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't think that was gonna be funny. Man, they
whale, Shamu.
Yeah, that one. Hey man, it'd be so many of them. That's why I like. It's a motherfucker doing sets and shows, bro, because it's so many times with so many bars. You know what I mean? You have to release them right too. You can't. You know what I'm saying? When I deliver it, gotta say it sound like it's you know what I mean? So
Yeah, you have an amazing. Whenever people like, because I've played your music for a lot of people now, and whenever they'll like quote your bars back to me, they do it in your voice. Like they don't just they don't say like just the bar like usual. Like you have to. Your cadence is so unique that you have to almost say it like that.
yeah, I got my man, one of my other good friends, Gangsta T. That's Danny Cousin, but he one of the guys too that walked me through the ropes when I was coming into the Bruiser. And every time I come in the house, he get to talking like me. He can move, walking in the house. Don't like rats, don't like mouse. He fucks with me all the time. You know
That's well, you were
but
talking.
he just can't help it. He like, Wolf, man, this is what they doing, man. I can't stop doing this shit, Wolf. You know what I mean?
No,
he one of the realest cats, man. He ain't nobody to play with. He just love my style. And, I get that from a lot of people. We might just be in the house, chiefing or something. And here they come. Everybody want to do the big wolf. Here come Fat Ray. Here come Zaloopers trying to do the big wolf. And man, we just have fun, bro. You know what I mean? But I get that a lot, man. I get that a lot.
You were talking about blessings, and I don't know if you've ever read the book The Alchemist, but I look at life like omens and shit. Like things lead me on a certain path, and with prayer, and not even to like a power that's organized, but just to like I believe in that. And it's funny because you and Danny, like he has those same type of bars where it's funny without meaning to be. And you guys working together, like that is a blessing or an omen that you guys matched up later.
Yeah, the way it happened, bro. Like, and ever since I've been over there, and dog, when I talk like this is the spirit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just got off the phone with a manager that did so much work for people, and I had to watch the judge and look into his spirit, his genuine, and he had it. You know what I'm saying? He one of my favorites. I think he should be,
Yeah.
And because that's how you create relationships, man. At the end of the day, you only can trust God. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I'm really spiritual. I ain't like no big spiritual, but my higher power, my God is my first and foremost. You know what I mean? And the way all this happened, man, it's nothing but God. And stuff be happening all the time. I got a story. And I say this all in my interviews. When we was doing the paintings, the Loopers did the painting, right? I'm in the album. We talking about the streets and talking about birds and shit all the time, keys, And he like, Wolf, I'm gonna put a raven on your motherfucking album. That's what we gonna do. I'm like, that's dope. Hell yeah. So I sit down, I think about it. And we looking up, me and my lady, we looking up birds and shit. And we like a stork. I'm like, a stork. She's like, yeah, a stork. See, in the streets, cocaine is girl and heroin is boy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. You got the girl and the boy or whatever, right? That's why I always say white girl and shit a lot. You know what I mean? I'm not being racist or nothing, or talk about white women or nothing. Or don't prefer white women over black women. I'm just saying that's the name of the shit in the streets. I got some white girl, got some candy, whatever. You know what I mean?
Like Monica shoes.
Yeah, like the little. So when he did, I'm like, the stork. I call him back. I'm like, we're gonna do the stork carrying the boy and the girl because the stork lives up to be 39 years old, which is my age.
Oh wow!
And that's the far as it live. It's the most safest bird. It's one of the biggest birds. You know what I'm saying? It lives to be the oldest, to travel the farthest. And we always see the image of them carrying the newborns, the babies, right? So in that particular picture with the boy and the girl, it was twins. So people are like, what the hell you mean by that? I'm like, man, it's the bird. I can't sell dope forever. I'm 39. I can't be delivering boy and girl and shit. Old as fuck with kids. So dope ain't stupid. That was the delight to it. And there's so much other stuff, It's fidelity, it's luck in some countries, it means that bird mean a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we did get that together. Maybe like 2 weeks later, the album about to get ready to drop. See, the Loopers are such a special artist. You can't rush him to fucking paint shit. He don't give a fuck if he got the. He painted every one of those shits the day of the release. It's like he waiting to get all his powers in for that paintbrush. You know what I'm saying? He like Vincent Van Gogh, bro. Yeah. Like seriously, he can get crazy on your ass. If you fuck with his art. You know what I mean? in the process of it. So 3 weeks later, so it's the last week, Z about to do his I come up to the studio. I go to the studio every day. That's where we at. That's where we buy. That's where all the ideas come from, and when I'm pulling up, I'm walking up, I see something moving inside the fucking trash can. I'm like, that's a bird. That's a bird stuck trying to eat the food out the trash, and his hands are stuck into like the grocery bag. And I'm looking at the shit. I'm like, get the video camera, get the video camera. So we get the video camera. I lift up the plastic bag. The damn bird is hanging, can't get his hands. Wings flying like a mother. He can't get. I'm like, get the scissors. I'm about to cut him loose. And I keep telling him, it's all right, baby. Don't get stupid. It's all right, baby. I'm being silly. And I cut him loose and he flies off. Got it all on film, right? I posted on Instagram and shit. I'm just being silly. Dope game, stupid. Not once did I think about the stork carrying the babies in the little bag and shit.
Yeah.
Z hit me up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Wolf, that post you got up there, that's a fucking omen. That's a sign, bro. That's a sign. Your fucking album about to go crazy. I'm like, what? He like the stork holding the bag with the baby. That looked just like that. And I'm like, damn, he right. I'm like, yeah. I think nothing of it. Like, whoa, that's an omen. But then I came back in the day we released the album. Well, I'm so damn sorry. I don't know what the hell with this phone, but
no problem at all. No, you were talking about Zalooper's calling you.
Right. So he called me and he said, that's a sign. Wolf, your album about to go crazy, right? I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, damn, that is it. That's the stork holding, and birds and shit. Like, so I come the day before the album. I mean, the day we about to release the album, and I'm sitting in the driveway, and a bird. It's the same fucking bird that I saved, and I had to make sure it was the bird I saved because I looked at the video. I'm like, okay, got the little wing. Okay, that's the bird. I'm like, maybe it's not the bird. Maybe it's just a family of birds. No, I say dope game stupid just to fuck with it. Like, hey, dope, just see, because that's what I said.
Yeah.
Do you know that bird? I'm sitting in my car. I got witnesses too. The bird came close to my car and sat right there by the car. I'm moving around. Birds gonna fly away. I'm moving around. That motherfucker did not fly. And then when I finally got out, it didn't fly. It walked up on the grass. I said, oh shit. And then JUS seen, he's like, what the fuck is you, a bird whisperer, bro? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's the bird I saved. So I'm walking up on the porch where I saved the bird, the same exact trash can. The bird goes sit on top of the trash can. And then I'm like, shit, I might try to touch it. People say, don't touch a bird. You can fuck around and catch bird food. So I stopped touching. So it flew to the tree and it watched me the whole time. Like, this shit is scary. Then I came back another day. It did the same fucking thing. Every time I go to the studio, it's the same bird eating out of the grass, vibing with me, bro. And I'm like, this shit is an omen. This shit is it's an omen. And then the album went crazy. You know what I mean? Then
so you didn't have the album cover, or did you knew you were gonna name it Dope Game Stupid?
Yeah, we knew he was gonna name it Dope Game Stupid, but the album cover, Zalooper's paint him. You never know. Like if I don't tell him shit, like me and Zalooper's lock in, so me and him communicate pretty good. So he kind of know what I'm going through. I kind of know what he's going through. So that brings out the art, especially in his project. But he did the art. Like I say, he already had it. Man, he told me what he's gonna do, but he was looking for storks and shit, certain type of storks to paint. And he wound up painting the day we released, you know what I'm saying? And that shit was huge to me. And that shit was, man, that bird stuff, I'm like, man, is my mama coming back to talk to me through this bird? Like, you know what I mean? And it's been so many other type of stuff, like far as the spirit, bro. Like when I dropped the album, I felt like I won the championship. I don't know why. Like before we even put it on Bandcamp, before we put it on anything, I knew how hard I worked. Man, I was in tears. I had to go outside. I sat down right where that damn bird was at. But Raphy had to come out there and comment because it was tears of joy. I know what I had did. You know what I'm saying? I know what I felt when I did that song. I gave everybody my all. I mean, this album, I gave them my all. I gave them the real. I showed them the fake, the ugly, and the humor part of it. You know what I mean? I can't just sit here and kick it with you and we don't laugh. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
the hell, you know what I'm saying? And the spirit part of it, like, and thanks to Danny and Raphy, the way they arranged it too, man. You know what I mean? But it's been so many omens and like it's scary, bro. Like I believe in the spirit. And that's when you were saying, like, I feel it in my heart. Like
How
I
did you
know
find it? I know this is like a tough question, but like how did you find it?
what are you talking about, my spirituality? Or
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
well, really, man, you have no choice but to have God in Detroit, man. You know, if you don't, you're a demon, you know, but I believe when I found my spirituality, it scared the shit out of me because you gotta pray for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I taught to pray and just thank God after. I'm not gonna pray every day, Lord, please bless me to be a big music musician. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that every prayer. The next day, thank you, God, for blessing me, give me the strength to do music. Thank you so much. Just thank him, you know what I'm saying? Because that's exercising your faith, you know what I'm saying? But one day I was struggling so bad, and I was with my lady or whatever, and she was telling me, like, you can't keep hustling, this shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 little girls, this shit ain't working. And I'm like, man, whatever your ass was doing, you was straight when I had all the money, not. So one day, and it's actually 2 times, I'm gonna give you this one, I'm gonna give you the other one. I prayed, and I prayed that God get me away from the dope game. I prayed that he showed me a better way. It's so crazy, bro. And I prayed. I just want to provide for my kids and do right. And next thing you know, I was filling out jobs. And I didn't care at this point. I got a job through the temp service. I'm like, I'm taking shit. I'm got to go do it. $1 $10 or something an hour. And it was a Cars Nuts is a place where they sell peanuts and cashews and all kind of shit. And I went in there in the blending room as a temp. And I was just so happy to have a job. I was renting a car, bro, to get back and forth to work. And I was just busting my ass. I'm like, I'm in here like they telling you to mop the floor. I'm scrubbing the fucking floor on my knees because I was so appreciative. I make my lady happy. I'm somebody for my kids. I know it ain't nothing but $10, but I can help. Man, I got hired in so fast, double promoted. Then I started making $17 an hour, like in a month. Nobody ever did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I went in there busting my ass. I was going to pick up my uniform and get these white uniforms and shit. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in here. And it hit me while I'm driving. I'm like, damn, everything that I prayed for is happening. And it just broke me into tears, dog. Like while I was driving. I'm like, shit. I just kept thinking, God, I'm like, is this the Holy Ghost? Like, what the, and it just really woke up my spirituality. But before that, I took it for granted. I had lost my first baby. You know what I mean? I really wanted a kid, bro. I was 30 years old. I wanted a baby. 29, 28 years old, I wanted it. I'm like, I ain't making no baby. What the hell? So she was pregnant and she lost the baby, man. I don't even go to doctor's appointments no more because the baby heart wasn't beating. And that destroyed her. I destroyed her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she got pregnant again a year later. You know what I'm saying? And I was in tears. This is before the job situation when I prayed, but these are just like critical times when I prayed. So I'm on my knees when I found out she was pregnant again. And I was in tears, just thanking God that I got another chance to have a baby. And that was my first time spirituality hit me because I'm like, I wanted a baby so bad, bro. And she lost it. So to get another chance at it, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? So I prayed on it. I got healthy babies, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful for that part, you know what I'm saying? I just, man, that woke up my spirituality. And not only that, this right now, that's why I cried today. I delivered the dope game stupid because I prayed for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, what the hell I look like? Old as hell, trying to rap with kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I prayed. I said, God, I did the same thing again. That's why I'm spiritual, man, because he always forgive and blesses, man. The stuff I've seen, bro, the stuff I've been through to get to where I'm at, it ain't nothing but God. That's why that first track was thank God, that I got here. Like,
Yeah.
it's the spirit is so big, bro. And I prayed for it. And when I seen it, I seen it twice. So when the third time came, when I prayed about the music, I just thanked him every day. And I seen it before it happened. It's the spirit, bro, bring my emotions out, bring this love. That's why you gotta be genuine to me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some morals.
Yeah.
Your spirit gotta be there, or I just can't really vibe with you because that's who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how I tap into my spiritual, bro. I mean to get long-winded on you, but it's really like true life experience, bro.
Thank you for opening up, because I get emotional when I talk about my like he blessed you with he blessed you with discipline and like with the hard work. Like you said, you prayed and you put the work in, and that's why I get, because I don't think anything is special. Like I don't think I'm special, but I pray that I have the discipline and the hard work to just keep going and never give up. And that's kind of where I get emotional, is because everything is pointed to me on this path, and I can't give up, or I'm given up to God. I'm given up to my higher, like I have to keep pushing because it's all pointing towards a certain path.
And that's deep, bro, and that's why we vibe. That's why I link right into. You know how many people I done passed up on podcasts and interviews, bro? It's a feel, bro. I just really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't, like, even with Danny, you know what I'm saying? Danny is a blessing, bro, to us all, man. Like at the stats, like to have somebody to really give a fuck about what you're doing, man, and got his own shit going. He offered to new ventures. He's doing comedy now,
Yeah.
He could be just worried about his shit. You know what I'm saying? He really worried about it, what we do as a team. It's fun to him. It's livelihood, and that shit rubs off on us. And I just advise any rapper or any musician, man, you gotta have that spirit with you, man. You know what I mean? That's what I believe.
Anybody. I think there's so many lost people who don't even know what path they're on. And it's sad, but people just need to find what they're special at, what they're supposed to be doing in the path that they're supposed to be on.
That's what it is. Like, how can you make it through the pandemic, dog? Oh God, like, watching all the people die, family members get sick, you fucking worried every day you walk out the house. What armor you got with you? The armor I got with me is my God. You know what I'm saying? My spirit. And if my spirit stick out, bro, I know I'm gonna be accepted. You know what I mean? I know, and it's all about faith too, bro. Like, you couldn't tell I wasn't gonna get COVID. I knew it. You know what I mean? Like, I prayed on it. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for it, watching over my kids and me. But you gotta have that spirit, man. You'll break down, bro. You'll quit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you don't say I would quit on God. And that's how I feel, man. I never quit on God. I'm quitting on myself. And sometimes you gotta tell yourself when you're not, doing something right or good, you know what I mean? You might have to step away from it. And if it's for the right and you believe in it, man, do it. I understand what people get on them shows and say, man, I would have been nothing without, or they get an award. I just want to send shout out first, thank my God, you know what I'm saying? That's real, bro. Like, it won't happen for you. It won't. And that's a big part of this whole project, man. My faith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said in a whole bunch, it's my faith. Like, the whole thing. I can't believe I got here. Just is like, bro, I seen so much shit. man, like I shouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like people dying, going to jail, sick, motherfuckers being broke and trying to survive and doing whatever you got to do to make it. You know, I supposed to have been through the towel in, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't.
But you never gave up, and you deserve where you are at right now.
Yeah, and I'm always say that, you know, but and that's the like people run away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit. All that old gangster shit, all this dope shit, all this get money. That ain't that's superhero shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the real part is when people be real like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't better than no motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? I'm human, just like I put my clothes on, just like you. But it's what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? My morals.
And that's the Griselda, like you're saying, what do you have to do rapping at 39 with kids? It's like that's the Griselda thing. I was just talking to Conway's brother, D Rose. He was the last guest. He just got out after a 6-year bid. He's been out 3 months. And Conway's putting him on, trying to fucking make him focus on music fully. Be like, this is you have
a real
to
one. Be a real one.
He is, and that's you do deserve it because that's what's shown the authenticity of you can teach people because you lived such a life. You did, you had it's authentic. You can actually speak and teach something to people listening.
And you know what? When because I've been following Griselda and Conway, my favorite. I didn't switch to Benny though. Benny one of my favorites now. You know what I'm saying? But you can see the pain Conway went through. You can hear it in his voice. Look at his face. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he a real one. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no dick sucker or none of that shit. I don't. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I could see the realness in him. And I heard a story. I don't know how true it is, but I believe Fat Ray was telling me like when they finally hit their success, because you know they was traveling with I think they was traveling with Danny, and somehow or whatever on a bus or whatever, tour bus. But I heard a story, I don't know who it's from, they was saying when he reached his success, bro. Remember that tears of joy I told you I had?
Yeah.
He said he had the same tears of joy. He knew he was on. You know what I'm saying? He know what he been through, bro. You know what I'm saying? He survived.
Yeah.
And, fuck all the other shit. He's special because he from that way. You know what I'm saying? He could talk about that shit and he can spit too, bro. He talking, man got bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you could hear the struggle that he went through. You know, it's real, man. And that's what I respect about the boys. That's what I respect about Conway. You know, his struggle and how relentless he is on the mic, dog. You know what I mean? And he made it. Like these motherfuckers be talking like, I don't know if you've been keeping up with, not that this ain't got nothing really to do with it, but you've been keeping up with the Kwame Brown shit?
No.
Kwame Brown from that played basketball was #1 player.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they saying he a bust and shit. He got fed up. Now he firing back at every fucking body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where we from, and I'm quite sure they from that Buffalo. When you make it out where you can buy your mama a house, you can change your living. Man, it's the specialest shit in the world, man. You made it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this shit about to me, man. It's about changing the generation and making the next generations better, bro. You know what I mean? And living for them. And I could say, damn, I contributed to making it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's one of the dreams, man. You made it once you're able to do that. You know what I mean? That shit is enough, bro. Like I say, that spirit, man, and that faith, man. They got faith, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to know Conway got faith, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's the reason He's the reason I started this podcast. I met him outside of a show once and we smoked and talked for 45 minutes and I learned his life and he really opened up to me. And he's a fan of stand-up comedy. So he like was cool that I was like, shit, this is, I need to find out more. I need to figure out why people are the way they are. And that's planted the seeds to shit. I don't make money off this podcast yet. I'm investing all of it because this is, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm on the right path. And I cried. I cried when this podcast got its first bump, when I got recognized for the first time in Buffalo, and I got so emotional because I know I'm on the right path.
Yeah, because you took a chance, bro, and like you took a chance and it popped up for you. Like I could, like the chance I took. That's another thing. You put all that work into something that so many people don't even believe in, but you got to believe in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they bring their ass around once you make it happen. They didn't believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the chip that I carry in my shirt too. But I just you gotta you can't listen to people. You got that's the big part about this shit. Believing in yourself, because everybody, and that's why so many people that can't rap still rap. They believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not saying that God couldn't turn that around for them, but
it's not about the talent; it's about the discipline.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Everybody ain't. You got to be good at what you do. You know what I mean? And that's what this shit about, man. Believing in yourself, that faith, man, and believing, we're just making it happen, man, and never giving up, bro. Like this shit is real.
Man, thank you so much for doing this. This was a really awesome, and I can't wait to meet in person. Are you going to be going on tour?
Yeah, I got a couple shows. I got some shit going on in Harlem.
I'll be in Harlem then.
The shit I got going on now is really just like independent love I'm getting. The shit ain't like the shit we orchestrating is gonna be big once everybody get to traveling, Danny get to traveling. So
yeah,
it's gonna be more shit open up. But right now I got shit in Atlanta, Harlem. Did that show. What
are you doing? Can you talk about New York? When are you gonna be in New York? Because I'll pop out.
Shit. Well, I got this promoter that's booking it. I really don't lock shit in until they send a deposit. But
I understand.
I put that star by him, but it's in like August.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be there for that because I want to meet in person because this was a great conversation, man.
Yeah, bro. I know you real, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in, get into it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you. And do you want to plug your social media and everyone listen to Dope Game Stupid because it's one of the best.
Yeah, go follow Dope Game Stupid on all platforms. I'm on Instagram __ Bruiser Wolf. On Twitter, follow me COA Big Wolf. Shit, that's where I'm at.
Man, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate your time, and I'm happy we got past all the technical difficulties because this.
I know it's cool. We got to do another one, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna do one in person when you're in New York. Pull up. I have a studio in New York. I use.
Where are you at in New York?
East Village. I have a shout out Too Much Content Studio. My producers, they have the dopest podcast studio for us to use.
Oh man, let's do it, man. I'm gonna come out there and lock you in with you now. That's where you at right now, huh?
I'm in Boston, actually. I travel between Boston and New York. I live outside of Massachusetts, outside of Boston, but my producers live in New York, so I go visit them.
Oh, okay. You ain't gonna catch you no games?
No,
Tatum just dropped 50 out there in Boston.
If you're ever in Boston, we'll go to a game. I'll get tickets.
Yeah, we got to. I gotta go to the Garden, bro.
Yeah, it's a dope experience.
Man, I appreciate you, though, bro.
Man, thank you so much. And I'll let you know when this is dropping, but thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it.
Man, thank you, bro. Locked in forever, bro.
For real.
Send me some jokes and shit I could use for my rhymes.
If I think of anything, I'll send it over, man.
Yeah, send me some hot shit.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Man, salute, man. Thank you, bro. We gonna do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again. Peace out.
All right. You too.